All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a quick video on this video here, which is by one of these YouTuber guys. And I used to see some of these guys' videos, like maybe, I don't know, man. It seems like it must have been at least easily a decade ago, and this guy is one of them like prank guys, and he'd go around like bothering people and recording it to get their reactions and stuff like that. He did like this music, rap and stuff like that. I think he used to do rap and stuff like that. But I'd never seen nothing about this guy for ages again, until like maybe half an hour ago, where I watched this video and he stumbles upon some guys from IUIC, and then he goes over there to try to like get a reaction out of them or whatever and see what they're talking about, right? More than really, he went up there trying to be an antagonist, trying to be funny to try and get a reaction. But then he ended up starting to get cut, man, because a lot of the things that they was bringing out to him and talking to him about, he didn't really have the answers for him, man, right? And they started telling him about who he is, telling him he's an Israelite. They started questioning him on why he's dressed like Goku, why he's got that crazy hair with the different colors in there. And they was cutting him, man. And then he wanted to leave, right? You could see that at certain points he wanted to leave, but Yahweh was keeping him there. And what, like, I always see they don't say a lot of things that are true according to the doctrine. Like, two things that I can think of at the top of my head in particular are they don't speak about the true names of the Lord, man. They don't really speak about the names of Yahweh and the names of Yahweh Shai. And if they, I don't think this video shows the full interaction between the two of them, right? But if they would have told him that name, that would have cut him even more, man, because then he would have had no excuse for turning away, man, right? He won't have no covering to try and have an excuse as to why he didn't hear more, right? And he's already hasn't anyway, because he's heard that he's an Israelite now, right? And they was cutting him, man. They was cutting him, right, when they was saying certain things to him. And he went up there trying to be a funny guy, but then afterwards, you can see, like he's trying to be funny and that, but afterwards, he started looking into his camera, and you can see that he was starting to get cut, man, right? And then they started pointing out and asking people in the crowd if they would let their daughters date him just based on purely how he's dressed. And he couldn't answer the questions, man, and he had to start humbling down, man, right? But when you look at the comment sections, certain people are just wanting him to be funny and wanting him to be a laughter and a jokester, because they don't want people that they can laugh at, Israelites that they can laugh and joke about, to try and repent, man, right? Let me read this. Here, this one here, it says, by the simulation. This got to be one of the funniest or authentic interactions I've ever seen. But that's what a lot of people are about, man. They just love mirth all the time. They just like folly, right? And they don't want to handle, and they can't bear to see anything that's real, man, right? Here's another person. I love the chaos Mr. Kaka brings, right? Because I think that's the nickname that he gives himself as well, or whatever, right? But then here's people are commenting that he got humbled, man. Here we go. He says, LOL, Steve got schooled, ran himself straight into the oven. High key got humbled before our eyes, and he did, man. He got humbled, man, because the things that they was bringing out was coming from the Lord, but the things that he was bringing out just came from himself, right? Because you can clearly see that he's a strong-looking Jake, but he's just on some mirth stuff, man. He's just on trying to be a funny guy, you know. Let me go through some more. You see, someone's wrote, and you snapped on that song real bars, because at the end of it, he played a song or whatever. So they saw a whole interaction of like 19 minutes plus of him talking to these Israelites, but the only thing that they care about is the music. Let me go through a bit more. This someone that said the Hebrew Israelites are hella entertaining, and I love how they use the Bible on Spotlight Nerds. It's cool. That's just a person that's a clown, man. Like, it's not about entertainment. It's about learning these things so that you can repent. That's what it's about. He is somebody else. Also about the street preaching, Jesus warned of being a hypocrite who go preaching in the streets and them judging by a book, by its cover, whatever, man. Like a lot of these people that say all of these things, if you was to go and check and see what they're saying, you'll find that they don't even say nothing, man. Someone's quote put the fact that they knew who you were, man, you really famous out here, but that fame don't mean nothing, man. Because he's famous and they're not, right? He's so-called famous and they're not, but they ended up making him look like an idiot, man. Right? He ended up having to listen to everything that they were saying. Right? They started pointing at the fact that he's dressed like a Moabite or Ammonite in that clothes. They asked him what does that words mean on his orange clothing, and he couldn't say. You see what I mean? And he had to accept that, man. And he didn't scoff, to be fair. He never scoffed at anything that they said, but he just got humbled, man. He couldn't really argue with anything that they said, man. But yeah, that's that. I'll show this full title of the video in case anybody wants to watch it, man. And it just shows that the word of the Lord is stronger than the things that people in this world say, man. If you're bringing it out, and they didn't say anything in this video that's against the truth. They were just pointing out about telling that he's an Israelite, man. Which for that bit, they're telling the truth, man. All right. I'm gonna say shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. B'Shem Rakakadash.